Sponsorship package is here. Have your ad run on our live streaming episodes, linked in the video description and attached to our many hot take clips. The channel is fast growing with thousands of views and subscribers. Don't miss your chance to grow your business on one of the fastest growing platforms on YouTube. Join the family today. This might be risky. Email us at thismightberisky@gmail.com if interested. Hashtag Indeed, hashtag do the right thing.
Yo, what's good? Right. What's going on? This Hampton Stamp Pee Wee in the building. Hold on a second. Make sure this shit's acting right. Alright. Listen, man, we about to hit a stride with this video review, man. I think there's a lot of dope clips and there's so much great content with so many great content creators. You know what I mean? Why not give them their flowers? And then see, maybe critique, maybe second, maybe I don't know, props, whatever it is, based on the content of which we are reviewing or giving a live reaction to. You know what I mean? There you go. How's everybody doing? Everybody all right? Give it a few minutes, let people get into the stream. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. If you hit that like button as soon as you come into the live, that helps the channel the most. All right, so today, somebody sent me this clip. It was there's a whole live stream. Shout out to the Lapeef Network. It's probably like 3 or 4 hours long. They be going. My panel be complaining, but they be going, man.
Wow, shit like that.
So, I guess in the midst of the conversation, there was a girl who was up there. I never seen her. I usually watch the show. I actually also am a member of that channel, Lapeef Network. She was up there. I guess she was acting real feminine, real classy initially. But once this conversation kicked off with Anton, the energy changed. So
Put him in the fucking bed.
I mean, maybe I might have edited the thumbnail a little bit, but needless to say, somebody sent me this clip. They said Anton went nuclear on her. So I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't want to ruin it. You know what I mean? So we're going to watch it together. All right. Let me share my screen. Let me see what view I like better. Let's go here with it first. It said Anton went scorched earth on her. All right. So I don't know. Y'all need to support Anton Daniels at antondaniels.com. Anton also has a Patreon. He has several channels. The Millionaire Morning Show, Anton Daniels channel. He got Fight Club, all types of shit. Obviously, Lapeef Network. They also got Lapeef Experience. I recommend. I'm gonna try to put the link in the description. All right. Let's see how postal he went on her.
And I don't see nothing wrong with a man listening to his woman to get some advice from her. It's not saying that you're not a man because you're not hearing your woman out or because.
See, this clip already starts where she already triggered. You could tell by her voice and all that. She's trying to make a point, but she already feeling some type of way based on something somebody said. You could tell that.
The woman is telling you what to do. All of us came from a woman. So when I'm hearing, which I'm not just keep trying.
No, you come from your daddy. Sperm is seed. Egg is incubator.
To relate to him, he came from a woman as well. So
if you plant an apple seed in Las Vegas or Connecticut or Texas, an apple's still going to grow. Based on the soil, it might look a little bit different, but it's still going to be an apple.
Like, are you telling me you never listened to your mom growing up? Because you're saying that a man don't listen to a woman, like that make you less of a man. I'm just confused. So that's why I was just like, balance was right. And I just didn't want to say anything because I'm still confused on the first conversation. And I haven't got past that yet.
You come from a man. You come from.
I told you. She triggered. She's just agreeing with Balance. And shout out to Balance. She gives some decent takes, but she probably stopped listening 30 minutes ago. I guarantee it.
From your daddy's balls. Your woman, the mama is just the egg. You ain't
your mom delivered your mom
was just an incubator. You come from your father. That's where you come from. I don't know. Listen, I can't speak to your personal situation, although you did mention it. I'm not going to speak to your personal situation, but let me help you to understand something. The dudes that came before us, and again, this has nothing to do with you, was simps. They were weak.
I'm not going to. My dad
said
was
happy life. I'm not talking about you.
Okay, well, I want to clear that up because my dad wasn't a simp.
Didn't I? Oh, you're not a good
JR with the beautiful timing, you know what I mean? Yeah, he said it multiple times. He talking about that Generation X, and I agree, man. I said this before. Generation X is shit, man. Drugs, guns, gangster rap, fathers leaving the home. That's Generation X. Generation X, the one that got us into this mode of that, like Anton just said, that happy wife, happy life rhetoric that we ran with, especially in the black community for sure. And I guess we can probably see how far it's gotten us.
But you're not a good listener, right? And
I'm a great listener because this is my first time. This is my first time saying anything back to you. I listened to you earlier and didn't even know. I prefaced the
conversation twice by saying that I was not referring to you specifically. And then you went to go on about how it is that this is referenced. This ain't about you. This is about life.
And I said I wanted to make that clear that my father was not a simp. It's the same thing you were doing with people earlier. You don't like when somebody do something that you do. You were doing this to people earlier when they were speaking. All I'm saying to you is my father is not a simp. That's not an argument. My father is not a simp. That's all I was saying.
And how would you know?
I know for a fact my father is not a simp. My father is very intelligent, and my father is
what do being intelligent got to do with being a simp?
It doesn't matter. He wasn't a simp.
How
and
do
we're
you
going
know?
to leave it at that. And I'm not going to allow you to say my father's a simp because he's not.
I never said that he was. But see,
but you just said, how do I know that?
He never called your father a simp.
No. Hold on, Mr. Lego. Let me cook. You know how I know that your father was possibly a simp?
He was not a simp.
Do you know how I know your father was possibly a simp? Because you automatically triggered by it and nobody called him a simp.
I'm triggered by it because my father was a great man and I don't allow nobody to talk crazy.
No, he said nobody called him a simp. He wasn't even talking about her father specifically, but based on how she reacted, how they used to say it, you only care it if you care. The truth hurts, right? If it was a bold out lie, flat out lie, right, or no significance, it usually don't even resonate or manifest in that way. But based on her response, I don't know, he might be telling the truth. Look at Mr. Let Go talking about when he right.
About my
but
father.
Nobody mentioned your
father.
Nobody mentioned your father. Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
I do.
Okay. If your daughter was sitting on this panel, you would want your daughter to speak highly of you as well. I'm not going to allow nobody to ask my dad.
If nobody asked about me,
period, he's not a simp.
If nobody asked about me, see, are you married?
I'm not married, but
I know you're not fucking married.
You don't know that I'm not married.
Right. I do know because I can tell by that badass attitude. Listen, you already.
Yo, that gotta matter, right? Who dealing with this all day long? Let me rewind it.
He asked about me. See,
Here go the question. $1 million question.
Are you married?
I'm not married, but I
know you're not fucking married.
You don't know that I'm not
shit
married.
Like that. I do know because I can tell by that badass attitude. Listen, you already about to snatch dreams out the air. You're shaking your head. You're talking with your neck and shit. You're mentioning shit that nobody even ever brought up. I never brought up your fucking father. Not once. As a matter of fact, I made sure that you knew. Wait a second. If you be quiet for long enough to let somebody actually talk, you don't have to respond to something that I didn't even say. If you just be quiet for 5 seconds, you will understand the sentiment, and then you probably could get married. You would not be impacted by all of these fucking stories that you heard inside of your salon.
You know what's crazy? You are judging me when you don't even know me.
You're not married. And based on the rustiness of your voice, you're not super duper young. So what? You've been proposed to 10 times and you're going to stand on them 10 rings like you on some type of pedestal? Right? I ain't never seen a motherfucker almost win. Either you win or you don't. The ring is halftime. Right? You got to make it to the finish line. So let's see. Let's go.
So you let him get
Hey, hold on. I know Farrakhan said every heaven is through a woman and you don't even have to die. Don't believe that shit. Matter of fact,
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Here's what I'm afraid of. Please don't start simping, Ali. Please don't save her. See, that'd be the problem in these instances. People want to try to save somebody. Don't save her. Hopefully Anton keep cooking. Let's go.
You don't even know me.
Hold on, y'all.
Rashawn, okay, Rashawn.
No, wait.
Stop,
He's the only person on this.
I don't have to know you if I ask you a specific question.
I'm not married.
Listen.
3 times.
I guarantee you I heard that 1,000 times from a bunch. Listen, I have to know you if I ask you a specific question.
I'm not married.
Listen.
3 times.
Bruh.
Shit like that.
Wow.
Is she saying she been engaged 3 times? See, I told you she was gonna try to stand on that. Like that means something to somebody. Because you lost 3 times. Because somebody decided against it 3 times. And you swear, women always swear that they control that part. But women control access to sex, not relationships, and definitely not marriage. So if there was something one of them men could have done differently, they would have if you were worth it. Right? Because if a man keep fighting, eventually he gonna get what he want if you already committed to him in some way, shape, or form. But look at her. Look at her conduct.
I guarantee you I heard that 1,000 times from a bunch of chicks that was masculine as fuck.
But you just said that if I listen, I will be married.
You talking about if you listen right now, you ain't listening. Right? And it's not even about what he's saying, it's about your conduct during the conversation. Can you humble down to let it be an actual dialogue? See, the listening is also the presentation.
Because you ain't quiet enough to actually understand.
Those single women saying I've been engaged.
This is what I guarantee you. I guarantee you, after this show, you're gonna have a life reality check. Because it's not gonna sit well with you. And the reason it's not gonna sit well with you is because you're wrong as fuck. You over talking after you said that you don't over talk. You led with that fake ass femininity when you first came on the panel. I don't over talk. I don't even respond. Now look at you. You ain't out of character. This is who you fucking really are. And all I did was bring it out of you. See, the unique thing about me.
See that look on her face. That's not genuine. That shit getting to her.
This is who you fucking really are. And all I did was bring it out of you. See, the unique thing about me is that if you sit around me long enough, I'm gonna bring that bullshit up out of you. And you can't sit here and sell me something that ain't real. I knew you wasn't fucking married. And now, because of your behavior, not because of your father, but because of your behavior, I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp. And the reason I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp is because there's no way that a dude that's not a simp, daughter is gonna be on here talking that bullshit, leading with that fake ass femininity, and then gonna come on here trying to talk to me like you know what the fuck is going. I don't think you really knew what you was getting yourself into.
Shit like that.
Because I'm not the one. I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not trying to get on your good side. None of that. So either you can take the advice so that you can actually get the results, and it ain't even got to be the results when it comes to marriage. It got to do with how you moving as a woman. That shit is fake. And all I'm doing is calling it out. You expose yourself. So you can take this shit and move differently, or you can continue to lead with that fake ass femininity and not getting the results that you want.
Wow.
And lean to your father. Which one you want? How you gonna move? Because all of this is bullshit that you're selling right now. It's fake as fuck.
Because your damn mouth.
JR bugging, man. Yo, that's real. So, damn. So, Anton, hey, shout out to Anton. All his channels. That was deep. So that strong persona and bravado, if she come from a 2-parent household, actually exposed her father as being a simp as opposed to not. Right? Because if her this is what Anton said, because if her conduct was more feminine or humble or softer, or her approach was more what people would deem feminine, then that would show that her father wasn't a simp and he held it down and conducted his household appropriately. Because she just acted how she acted, it actually shows the opposite. Damn, that was a good point. That's a good observation and breakdown. Damn, that's good. That's good.
Hey, yo, no, not wait, no. I know.
Man, how many times have we seen this shit?
Hey, yo, I know you got the minister meme on here.
Look, women don't listen, they interpret.
Right,
so there was a lot of interpreting that. So ladies, just period, everybody just watching or whatever, understand that a lot of the times when you try to argue with a man or a woman, you're interpreting what somebody said and you just go down a fucking rabbit hole when you don't necessarily need.
See, if you look at her eyebrows, her face, her cheekbones, that shit got to her. She trying to hold that same nonchalant look like it didn't matter what he was saying, but the nonchalant look has now changed to a look of what look would you say that is? Like, damn, he right. I need to check myself. I've been checked. I got yelled at in front of company. That's the look. She got yelled at in front of company, man.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
We have to, well, y'all have to, because men don't do this, stop interpreting what somebody said. He said twice.
Mr. Lego.
Yeah.
The reality is that I want her to be successful. My general sentiment in life is to have everybody that eventually come in contact with me take something positive out of it. I'm not saying this just because I want to get on her or some shit. I'm saying it because it's real. And I'm not sure if the people that's in her inner circle, and I don't know who's in her inner circle, I'm talking about her friends, any dude that she'd never interacted with. I'm not sure if they've ever actually been honest enough to tell her the truth. Because I'm not emotionally attached to her, or I don't have any personal vendetta. I don't even know her from a can of paint, and she probably don't know me. I can be real. I'm gonna tell her the truth. That shit is not kosher.
That's ill, though. If you think about it, it got to take somebody from the outside of your circle to tell you the truth. Relationships shouldn't be like that. I feel like if I'm close, to really be candid with you, but sometimes it works opposite, right? Because you don't want to tell anybody about how they really are, or tell them about themselves. I guess, especially in women's relationships, I've seen that a lot of diplomacy, right? Not so much candid honesty between women and friendships. Let's go.
That shit is not cool, and she's basically. I never even said anything about her father whatsoever. I prefaced the conversation twice by saying, this is not personal to you. This has nothing to do with you. Word. And then she went on a tangent about her father.
That goes along with what Miss Lego said. She's interpreting what Anton is saying as opposed to discerning and listening to exactly what he said. So she missed the message. All she could hear was her father was a simp. And he didn't say that twice.
Now, what is that supposed to say? What does that communicate?
Women don't listen to interpret.
Because communication is 90% body language. It's 90% of the things that you don't say when you're not supposed to say it. It's not the thing that you're trying to communicate to other people. I pay attention to that shit. I'm not listening to what she's saying. I'm listening to how she reacts. And I pay attention to like really focus in on the things that people say when they first come on the panel. I paid attention when she said that shit. She said it. Oh, I don't cut. I don't jump in and all of that. But what the fuck is this? And I want her to be great. And I hope this shit burn. I hope this shit bother.
All right, Rayshawn, you can go ahead and cape Rayshawn.
I hope that she toss and turn all fucking night and she see me in her dreams and that shit is like, I hate that fucking Anton. Because at the end of the day, it's real. It's real.
Learn how to be around masculine men.
Into a conversation.
I know
or
you're
she
looking
go into
back.
or go into a thing.
Go ahead, Rayshawn.
She'll move a little bit differently, bro.
Jesus.
Like, again.
Yo, it's real.
And I don't see nothing.
I know a lot of black people are Christian, so he just checked her in front of everybody. I definitely recommend y'all go watch this clip. I'll put it in the description. Oh yeah, you were watching this one? Shout out to Red Lipstick. Go subscribe to her channel. She said she was in the chat when this happened, and he was right. All the way dirty. Bub was good. And you know what? I don't want to say he did a dirty. He's actually trying to attempt to clean her up if you think about it. Right? Because boy said, listen, you need to not act like this or you'll stay not married. You'll stay being engaged or habitually engaged or serial engaged or however you want to say it. Because how you actually act does not align with what you're saying you are. Right? She said in the beginning she don't over talk or over argue, but as soon as she was triggered, when she thought he was talking about her dad, because like Mr. Let Go said, she's listening to what he's saying as opposed to discerning what he said. That's the end result. You can't talk nobody into believing you. You got to show them. Damn, that was real. Red Lipstick, shout out in the chat while that live was happening. She was like 4 hours, I'm sure. Said she was not listening. A lot of women just don't want to hear anyone tell them anything.
Wow.
I need to drop this link. What? I need you probably at work or something boring like that, but I need a breakdown of that. And she says, chameleons, all you have to do is trigger them. It makes sense. That makes sense. So what do you mean though? So like chameleons can change their color, but you saying that they get spooked or startled, they turn back into what they look like? Oh, you work from home. That's boring as hell. Go ahead, click the link. That makes sense. So a chameleon will turn green, but if they get startled or triggered, caught out, right, or exposed, then they turn back into being green. Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly what she did in this episode. But like I was saying, I know a lot of black people are Christian. And so in the Bible it says open rebuke is better than secret love. And I think we need more of that. I think we need to bring shaming back, accountability back, all of that, because look at the results. Right? Everybody out of order, not just men, not just women, men too. Because everybody can do what they want to do without repercussion. And I like it when he said, listen, I could be honest with you because we don't have a relationship, but I think it should be almost opposite, right? But if you don't care, people are more likely to say whatever they're feeling. And then he said, look, it's going to come with pain before pleasure, meaning, okay, boom, you're going to feel some type of way. Oh, Anton. But in the long run, you'll be like, damn, I couldn't understand why this person told me that or was doing that, yada, yada, yada. You ever notice that? When you be like, damn, now I understand the message. I understand the lesson. It could be years that I understand why my mom or my dad or my grandma or my grandfather told me this, that, and the third. Because now I get it, right? But when you're young, when you think you can't see the forest through the trees, and that's the result. Damn. So I put a question in the chat. It says, were men of yesteryear, Generation X, were they simps? 100% yes. Let me just hold on. Let me share this one more time. Cause let me see. Cause I think some people got on a little late. I'm waiting for red light, but let me rewind this real quick.
Nothing wrong with a man listening to his woman to get some advice from her. It's not saying that you're not a man because you're not hearing your woman out or because a woman is telling you what to do. All of us came from a woman. So when I'm hearing Anton speak, which I'm not just keep trying to relate to him, he came from a woman as well. So it's like, are you telling me you never listened to your mom growing up because you're saying that a man don't listen to a woman, like that make you less of a man?
See, now I think Anton might have already thought that her dad was a simp, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Afternoon.
Hey.
How's it going?
All right, well, hold on. Don't y'all come for me. It's wash day, okay?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Yo.
It takes me 5 hours to do this, okay? So don't come for me right now.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Hey, Miss Todd, this might be risky. These niggas don't have no breaks. So
I know.
what's good though?
What's good? I finally made it.
Yeah, man. It took you a year, but you finally made it.
You know what? You're wrong for that.
Yeah.
So let me tell you what I mean.
Okay.
So you know what a chameleon does.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a live a couple of months ago about, let's just talk about this situation here. So when she came on, off the bat, she gave off this, I am, this feminine, submissive type woman. I don't, talk over men or whatever. So what's happening, especially in these YouTube streets, a lot of women are now, how can I say it, adapting to the talking points. You get what I'm saying? So
give an example.
So okay, so you know how this is thing about the women are not submissive anymore. They're over talking people. They're masculine or whatever. So now you have all these undercover masculine women. When they come on these panels, they want to present themselves as that, they like me. Naturally feminine, you know what I mean? And again, and there's the talking points about, women that were raised with their fathers. They'll be the better choice of type of woman to, pursue because the relationship with their father. So they use that, but not every daughter and father relationship is healthy. Mm-hmm. And not every father actually taught her how to be a wife. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So they adapt all these manosphere talking points to become likable, usable. But as you can see, once you trigger them, the mask comes off.
I see. Okay. That.
Shit like that.
That makes sense. So there's one in particular. Have you seen Just Pearly?
Just Pearly. Mm-hmm.
Do you think she's just saying, or do you think she also walks in that? Just as an example.
See, I watched Miss Pearly before she became, this.
This
popular. Mm-hmm. So I think with her, she is in that, feminine thing. But what happened is, she was a student of Kevin and several others. Yeah. So again, she adapted to the talking points. See, it's a fine line when we're talking about that, because you have women that, take the criticism and take the teachings to change. Yeah. To become better. But then you have the ones that take it, just to manipulate.
Got you.
There's a difference. So you have women that, say, they want to better themselves. They want to be better for their men. They want to, get married or whatever. So you need to make some changes, some adjustments, because, a lot of women weren't privileged to be raised like I had my mom and my dad in my household. That's what my mother taught me to be. I was raised to be a wife. So not every woman had that. a lot of young ladies and men are raised by single mothers, and so they are raised to be independent. I don't need a man. All men are what. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they have to do some work. So you have that category, but then you have the soft girl era type people, that kind of thing.
Okay. Damn. So how do we weed them out? How do we know who?
You just saw it.
I know, but
you just saw it.
Trigger.
The main thing you guys can do, I hear on these panels a lot of men talk about, you have to vet the woman, but a lot of men don't know exactly what that is. Vetting, it means test.
Yeah.
You test her. You test the very thing that she says she's not, and see if you pull that thing out of her. And you can see how Anton, he just pulled it out of her. And he does it every time. He knows how to pull the Keisha out.
Wow.
Okay.
We know how to pull the Keisha out of him. For real. He knows how to trigger him.
Yeah.
That's what vetting is. Vetting is testing, guys. That's all it is. You test her.
And it didn't take too much.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. Cause I watched some of this beforehand. Well, like the long stream.
Yeah.
Because she was already in her feelings, right? So I was trying to get the perspective. But what triggered her in the first place? Was it the fact that Anton was saying he don't listen to a woman or something like that? Was that what triggered her in the first place?
It's kind of iffy, because a lot of times people are fans of the show, so they know the dynamics of the panel.
Yeah.
So they already come with, their bags packed and ready to go. They ready for war.
Oh, so Thursday night, right?
Yeah. See, Thursday night is a whole nother animal. Besides, Tuesday and Sundays, it's pretty much different from Thursday night. So they come with the ammo. And instead of just going with the flow, they just come prepared, trying to be something that they're not. As you can see, a lot of times, because if you in that circle, you'll hear people say, they always have somebody on there that's a troublemaker or masculine or a person that go back and forth with them. So like the Kay and Kayla type thing, and so people are expecting that. So if you want to present yourself different, you're gonna do like she did. Oh no, I don't over talk. I just sit back. Let somebody. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
You see, he pulled that Keisha out. He pulled it out.
What do you think? Do you think more women today are masculine at this point than so-called feminine?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I had a panel the other day. They were trying to ask us, what does feminine look like? Like, what does a woman do to portray being feminine? Like, what are some of the qualities and traits?
If you have to ask that question, then you masculine. If you have to ask, because I think I saw a clip of, I think it was the Daily Wrap-Up Crew, whatever, and this woman was like, well, what does feminine look like? And I'm like, really? If you have to ask that question, then
so let me ask you though, is there an answer?
Yes, it is an answer.
What's the answer?
You ain't acting like a man.
Well, they say that
opposite. You know what I mean?
But they say that what men do, the stereotypical man, those traits are considered toxic nowadays.
I don't got time with that toxic masculinity mess. That's that feminine stuff, okay? And you guys are under fire for being masculine. I mean, it's all the agenda. We're not even gonna get into that. That's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Get into that. It's like you're trying to take the power away from the men by calling it toxic. Mm-hmm. And then the women, the feminist, womanist women, they don't like it because they want to be, back in the day, feminism was about equality.
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer about equality anymore.
Yeah.
This is about dominance.
Supremacy, right?
Yeah.
But so okay, so if you could describe or articulate or characterize femininity, how would you do so?
So I'm trying to put it simple because it's not complex.
Okay.
When you think of a woman being feminine, it's being soft, graceful, not intrusive, not loud, not ratchet. A feminine woman is not someone that's craving for attention. She just rests in who she is, not wanting to be aggressive. Because you have to see masculinity and femininity are different, but they intertwine together.
Okay.
So if a man is all those things I said that a woman shouldn't be, and the woman is that, how can you intertwine together? You're going to be fighting against each other. So a feminine woman is the opposite of her man. It's the yin and the yang. Okay. So my man, if he is, raw, I can't be raw with him too. Somebody gonna be choked. Most likely it's gonna be me because I'm only 5'1".
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
I'll be honest. Yeah. So it's like, a lot of women think it's just about, the clothes you wear. It is not. It's about your character, how you carry yourself. For example, nowadays, back in the day, you didn't have young ladies fighting in the streets like dudes.
Yeah.
Now these girls be bulking up like you didn't see that.
Yeah. Okay. And what part of the country you from? You sound like it's like in Maryland.
Okay. So I'm from New Orleans.
New Orleans.
But okay. I have roots in Baltimore too, so
okay, that's
I got the mix.
Yeah, I just heard the New Orleans, but I was hearing the Baltimore a little bit.
Oh, don't get me started. Then you really hear the Geechee come out of me because like my family from South Carolina too.
Oh God, damn!
Oh, I got it all over.
Yeah, those are 3 worst accents in the country right there.
I know, right? But it's so cute though. That's how I got all the guys because my accent.
Okay.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
I respect it. So damn. So how do we? So we got chameleons, right? Anton exposed it, right? I guarantee, right, that people would consider what he did toxic in a way, right? Because a man being too masculine nowadays gets categorized negatively.
Yeah, but guess who does think that was wrong though? The feminist people, the ones that just, I put it like this, when we're talking about, because when she says, I was raised with my dad told me this, blah, blah, blah. When most women that were raised with their fathers didn't take the Kevin Samuels, Anton Daniels way of talking as they were like attacking them. Because they're used to that fatherly tone, that fatherly, you know what I mean? Because like I had it both ways. My dad was military and a pastor. So
yeah, double.
I had it bad. Okay, so when men speak, it doesn't bother me because I'm used to it.
Yeah.
So I think it goes into this whole thing where being raised without a man in the household, because it's so important, because it teaches the women how to coexist with the man. So when she goes out, date a guy and he, corrects her or raises her voice or voice his opinion, it doesn't bother her or offend her or trigger her because she heard her dad do it.
Yeah.
Her dad disciplined her at times, or she heard her dad and her mom talking about things and how they discuss things. So it doesn't, it's like when, it doesn't bother me because I be like, he sounds just like my daddy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
a lot of these women didn't have that. And so now when they're hearing that, they're scared of it. They think it's toxic.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes it's just somebody trying to love you and steer you in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? That's a good I don't even know if you call it an analogy. I think it's just real life. Like with my daughters, right? If I have to get on them, I do, right? But 90% of the time, I'd rather not, right? I'd rather baby them. I'd rather let them know what it feels like to be loved by a man in the right way. But they do get disciplined if they push me to that, right? I don't hit them. But if I raise my voice or make my voice more stern, I get an instant reaction. But 95% of the time, I'm playing. We eating candy at 6 a.m. because I don't care. You know what I mean? Like just things like that, right? Like,
I got you.
You know that I'm always on their side. Even in school, I approach it like, well, okay, where are the opportunities in the classroom? But I still give them correction too.
Exactly.
But we still make the ice cream too.
Exactly. Yeah. You see, like I have a relationship with my dad, and I talk about it on my channel all the time. Everybody loves OG Dad. He comes up on the panel and school the guys and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Make everybody laugh. But the thing about it is, people got it wrong. They think that the mom is supposed to teach the wife, the girls how to be a wife. It's the opposite. It's actually the father. The mom can teach you how to, cook, clean, care for the children. But it's the dad that actually teaches you how to coexist with a man. The dad is the one that tell you, when you take you out on a father and daughter dates, and this is how he's the one showing you what the husband should look like and be like.
Yeah.
So that you understand how to treat him at the same time.
Okay.
So it's not, we always hear the mothers teaching the daughters how to be wife. No, it's a team effort, really.
Yeah.
And it leans more on the father because the father is the example.
Okay. That makes sense.
The father actually builds the daughter's self-esteem.
Yeah.
See, because my dad told me I was cute and little chocolate bunny when I was little. So when I got older, guys would tell me I was cute. I'd be like, okay, my daddy already told me I was cute.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
so he instilled that self-esteem in me when I was little. So when I got older, I didn't fall for any Tom, Dick, and Harry and drop my pants because the guy said I was cute.
Yeah, because you heard it before 1,000,000 times.
That's
let me show you this real quick.
She might not have told you this, but my daughters do not respect men. So I'm letting you know that now, and I'm not joking when I tell you that, brother. And they have mouths when it comes to them getting into disagreements and engagements with men, and they will verbally put some lashings on you, brother, because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going. She might not have told you this, but my daughters do not respect men. So I'm letting you know that now, and I'm not joking when I tell you that, brother. And they have mouths when it comes to them getting into disagreements and engagements with men, and they will verbally put some lashings on you, brother, because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going. She might.
What you think of that?
That's your fault.
That's his fault, right?
That's his fault. That's your fault that they don't respect men.
Yeah. Damn.
Because that means they don't respect you as their dad. Now, why is that?
Yeah.
Now that
right. He said men. He didn't say other men. He said men. Period. So that
period. Exactly. That means they don't. They don't respect you either.
Damn. Bruh. That's crazy.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah.
I would have to have more context to that because you got some, he could have been, he looked like he'd been jailed. he probably did a bid while they was growing up, and mama had them and said your daddy ain't this and daddy ain't that, and raised them that way not to respect men. So you have that aspect. But if he was there present in their life,
mm-hmm.
and he was a simp, or how my dad would say, a henpecked man, where he lets the woman run him, and the mama was disrespectful to him, and he didn't do anything, he didn't check her. So guess what? That's what I said. What did I just say? The fathers teach us how to treat you guys.
Man. That's
wow.
Yeah.
So if they saw every woman that you was involved with, and you or if he's married to the mother, treat you with disrespect, guess what they're gonna do?
They're gonna perpetuate that.
Thank you. There you go.
Yeah. And what you said basically conjured that video up in my head just that quick, like literally.
That was a good one.
Yeah, he's saying that shaming himself.
Exactly.
Right now, when you chop it up, right? Because I made this statement. I asked a question: does a woman know how to love herself if a man doesn't love her first? And immediately they were like, "I don't need no man." I said, "Well, what about your daddy?"
Exactly. And there lies the problem.
Yeah. Damn, man.
A couple of times that we had conversations about dads, and I would hear ladies on the panel will say how jealous they were of my relationship with my dad, and because they never had that, and they wish that they had that. And so I'm always saying, dads, you are important. You are so needed. It's not just for the boys, the raising of the boys, but you're even more needed when raising other girls. It's very important. As you can see, everybody twerking on cars and carrying on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
and stuff. Where's your daddy?
Yeah, that their dad isn't there. Like you wouldn't dare. Like that stuff goes beyond the woman. You that reflects on your family.
Yeah.
And then Glorilla, right? Grinding whatever. Shout out to Anton. But
yeah,
the main line is twerking on the headlights, right? And where she's from is it Mississippi?
Memphis.
Memphis. Yeah. Where her school specifically had like a 6%.
She's actually on the spectrum.
Oh yeah. She didn't know that foxes were real.
Exactly.
Bruh. So, but yeah, and without fathers, I think it drops. Like the statistics show. Let me give you one statistic I actually played on one of my videos. It said that the outcomes for a child from a home that has a mother and father are the same outcomes for a home that only has a father. So meaning the child gets the same results. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, fathers are better parents.
Wow.
And I'm a woman, I'm gonna tell you.
Why is that?
And I'll say it this way. With the generations that we're dealing with now, fathers, please take your children. Because these women, no standards.
Let me zoom in on this.
No standards at all. No discipline at all.
None.
I mean, I cringe when I go on TikTok because I know I'm going to see some foolery that I just want to talk about. Because, like the other day, I saw the mama putting on makeup on the little boy.
Why? There's no standards.
Oh my God. Then I saw a video where the mama was twerking on the baby, her behind in the baby's face twerking.
Wow.
The women are out of control. Men, take your children. You want
you know,
take your children. I mean, because
that's real.
We'll be here all night to talk about that.
No,
I'm lost for words. the standard of women are no longer there.
Damn.
It's not. Women, men, because I'll be 48 in June.
God bless.
And women like me and my, and we dinosaurs. I don't know what these children got going on.
Man,
they don't want to cook. They don't clean. They don't want to take care of the kids. All they want to do is eat crab legs, drink Henny, and swallow Plan Bs.
Shit like that.
Damn, you know what's crazy? When that when Roe v. Wade was overturned, the Plan Bs flew off the shelves.
Yeah. This one girl showed a picture where she got them stacked up in her closet.
Jesus Christ, boy. Yo, so this is Chef Eddie. He wanted a regular on this show. He said she gotta come on tomorrow. Plug your shit though.
What do you mean plug? What's that mean?
Oh.
Country.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Oh, you mean shout out my channel?
Yeah.
Oh, you can follow me on Red Lipstick Vibes here on YouTube and everywhere else. It's Red Lipstick Vibes. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Eddie, I've been trying to get her on. She been ducking me for a year.
I've been ducking you.
But when is yours? You do your stream too? Is it, you do on Wednesday also?
Well, I have I took a break.
Okay.
And I took a break. I actually haven't been on live since I did one last week, I think.
Okay, that's what I saw.
For wives. But I haven't really been doing anything. I've been letting the guys take over my channel because my mom passed away a year ago, and so it was like the anniversary of. So I just
chill out.
I couldn't, I couldn't.
No,
so I'm coming back. Miss Ty is coming back. So Friday I have a show, Sister Code, where we expose the women at 12 noon Friday. That's usually me and another wife, Miss She Said. It's like a tag team. We're going to talk about our self-sexualization because the women always telling it's the men always over-sexualizing and you're doing it yourself. We're going to talk about that. That's what we're going to talk about. And then I have a Friday night show with a panel of men. I call it the Smoke Show.
Okay.
And it's various topics. I think we're going to talk about the Tyree Nichols thing and a couple of videos that I've seen of ratchet behavior. So Friday night is usually a free for all. We usually talk about some of everything.
Okay.
But I'm trying not to do a lot of nighttime stuff. So mostly I'm going to do like midday conversations. So just, subscribe to the channel. You'll see when it pops up, when I'm about to go live or something like that. So
Miss Ty, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you gracing us with your presence. Listen, I'm going to hit you because we definitely need you on Wednesdays because Eddie said, he said, Miss Ty, can you speak to these Jezebels?
Shit like that.
You're trying to get me hated. I've been called mammy and I've been called a pick me and all that. I've been called for all kind of stuff. But I don't care. I'm like, y'all can't beat me, so
it'd be like that too. Yeah, that's where it falls. So look, I'm gonna hit you. I think we connected on IG. And then I'm gonna see if we can coordinate for one of these Wednesday nights. Tomorrow might be dope, but I'm gonna hit you, see if we can figure it out.
What show you got going on tomorrow night?
Tomorrow we doing entitlement.
Okay.
So entitlement could be a plethora of different things. So we definitely gonna talk about that. Might talk about a few other things that involve, if entitlement, should people be entitled about X, Y, and Z?
No. Lazy bubblehead jokers. Anything.
Don't answer yet.
I'm old school, y'all. I'm sorry.
Wait till tomorrow, Negro, so we can really chop it up.
They probably throwing tomatoes at the computer screen by the time I'm done.
That's all right. That's all right,
Thank
man.
you for having me.
Definitely.
Definitely just hit me on IG and then we'll see.
We go from there. All right.
Thank you, darling.
All right. Be safe. Do the right thing.
Of course, all the time.
Yo, man, that was amazing, man. We, hey, man.
Wow.
It wasn't me, man. I listened. And Miss Todd spoke the truth. And as you know, on This Might Be Risky, we are not here for my truth, your truth. The truth has to matter. There needs to be some standardization. And if you're doing something wrong, somebody need to hold you accountable. Interesting, man. Shout out to Anton Daniels. Shout out to Lapeef. Shout out to the girl that got smoked by Anton. It is what it is. But hopefully she learned from it. Hit the like button right now if you can. Subscribe. Share the channel. Tell a friend. We growing. We got the sponsorship package popping and all that. You know what I mean? Don't get left behind. You can also subscribe to the channel, right? So you can become a member of the channel. All right. We got mad cousins. We can always use a few more, right? We creating a tribe. You know what I mean? So become a part of it. All right. Tribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
This Might Be Risky sponsorship package is here. Have your ad run on our live streaming episodes, linked in the video description and attached to our many hot take clips. The channel is fast growing with thousands of views and subscribers. Don't miss your chance to grow your business on one of the fastest growing platforms on YouTube. Join the family today. This Might Be Risky. Email us at thismightberisky@gmail.com if interested. #Indeed, #Do the right thing.